on in here real quick. Yeah, all right. Oh, maybe I should turn on that light. Okay, so we're gonna pull that in. Pull this guy in too. This is looking good. I got the mic like right here. Okay. So today's gonna be a serious video, but not too serious because it's Sam Downey channel, but you know, we'll make it work. Action. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sam Downey here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. So that's at SamDowney44. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. That's youtube.com/SamDowney. I'm posting videos here all the time, so make sure to do that. If you're not subscribed to me, like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? So yeah, make sure to subscribe and tell all your friends. Leave a comment in this video. Whoa, give it a thumbs up too, even though you haven't watched the whole video yet. But just make sure you give it a thumbs up because it does help me out a lot. So I really do appreciate that. But today's video is going to be pretty interesting. So there's this new clip that's kind of gone viral. It's a transphobic clip from basically it's called the Conservative Political Action Conference. Basically, if you don't know what that is, it's a conference where people like to talk shit about trans people. Yeah, because let's be real, I don't know why there's this huge thing with conservatives right now where they straight up do not like transgenders. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, this is the new topic. Like, I thought, like, conservatism, like, that kind of stuff, being conservatives about, like, giving more money to the military or, like, lowering taxes. Now it's all based around transgenders. Like, I don't understand this. So basically, the Daily Wire's Michael Knowles, if you don't know who Michael Knowles is, he's basically like, he runs like a show on the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire is like this conservative kind of like, it's like a Netflix for like conservative stuff. Yeah, honestly, that's the best way to explain it. Netflix for conservative stuff. So basically, yeah, Michael Knowles, he runs a show on that, and he usually talks about like conservative views, and he's like a political commentator. I think that's what they're called, right? And he is very against transgenders. I don't understand. He's actually obsessed with transgenders. Like, he's obsessed with it because, like, that's this whole show. It's literally fuck transgenders. Like, honestly, like, that should be the show's name. Basically, he spoke at this conference and he said a bunch of like transphobic things, and he actually said that he wants to eradicate transgenderism. So we're basically gonna watch the video, and I'm gonna react to it, and I'm gonna let you guys know that how stupid this is, because straight up, like, it's just gotten to a point where conservatives, well, a lot of conservatives, not all conservatives, are obsessed with transgenders, thinking that we're like destroying this world, when honestly, let's be realistic, there's only like 1% of people that are transgender, under 1% in this world. So it's like, it's really not that big of a population. They just love targeting this because they know that there's so many like redneck conservatives in like, the middle of nowhere in the States that don't like transgenders, and they're against LGBT. So it's like easy votes. And that's what all this is about. It's getting easy votes basically for the conservative or the Republican Party, right? So we're gonna get into it.
Battle over transgenderism. On the one side of the debate, you've got the liberals who argue that third graders should be taught to change their sex in schools. On the other side of the debate, you've got the conservatives who say that we should wait until fourth grade. Doesn't seem like much of a difference to me. The problem with transgenderism is not that it's inappropriate for children under the age of 9. The problem with transgenderism is that it isn't true.
Okay, dude. See, when people say this, like, oh, it's not true, it's like, what do you mean by that? There are so many transgender people in this world. Like, I get that there's only under 1%, but if you look at, like, the same kind of thing with, like gingers or, like, redheads, like, I think it's only, like, 2% as well. It's like, like, there are populations in this world that it's not really a lot of people, but it's still a thing, basically. And it's like, I don't know, like, like, what? And this whole thing about, like, oh, we should be teaching, third graders to change their gender, change their sex. Like, nobody's doing that. All that basically people are saying is we want to teach people about transgenders and teach people about transitioning and that kind of stuff, in schools, because it is a thing, and you're going to encounter trans people when you're in your life. I'm going to tell you for a fact that most kids, they're not trans. Like, and they know they're not trans. Like, that doesn't happen. They like to make up these lies basically saying that, so many kids are trying to transition, so many kids are trying to do this. I don't understand what the big deal with social transitioning is. It's really not a big deal. And in the end, if they end up just changing their mind later on in life, and they want to go by like different pronouns or go back to their just like assigned sex at birth, it's like, that's fine. A social transition for kids is normal. Like, that's fine. Like, there's no bad thing about that. You know, obviously puberty blockers, that kind of stuff is like different, but you're not going to get puberty blockers. You're not going to get that kind of stuff without, like, you know, years of therapy. Like, they're not just handing that out like it's nothing, you know?
The problem with transgenderism is that it puts forward a delusional vision of human nature that denies the reality and importance of sexual difference and complementarity. The problem with transgenderism is that its acceptance at any level necessarily entails the complete destruction of women's bathrooms, women's sports, all of the specific rights and spaces that women currently enjoy.
Bullshit. Like, this is actually bullshit. Okay, so we're gonna go back to my, I did a video about like gender neutral washrooms, and I said that, you know, I really don't like using the women's washroom because I don't feel comfortable in it. I would rather have a gender neutral washroom concept that is safer and better for everyone. So saying this shit, like, it's like we're coming up with compromises that actually work. All you're doing is you're basically like almost ignoring the compromises, because that's what it is. Like, you know, I understand that some women might feel unsafe in like the women's washroom if you start letting like trans people in. Like, I don't know why, but some people are like that basically. And that's why I want to push the gender neutral washroom concept or the bathroom concept. It's just a smarter and safer thing for everyone, because I recommend you check out that video, because, you know, I guess I'll give one point is, you know, what's stopping anyone from walking in the women's washroom? There's no security guards. There's no security cameras. Like, it makes no sense to me. So this whole like, oh, we're protecting women's spaces, bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Sorry, guys. Sam Downey swore there.
There can be no middle way in dealing with transgenderism.
Okay, what is transgenderism? Like, the ism thing is just, no, there's people that are transgender. That's it. It's not transgenderism. That, like, honestly, saying transgenderism, that basically means that you're kind of saying that it's almost like it's like a disease or something. Like, you can like catch it, you know, you can catch transgenderism. It's like, no, you can't. Honestly, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, coming out as trans is hard, you know, like, it takes people years to like understand their actual gender identity and stuff. Like, people aren't just like spinning around 3 times and waking up and be like, yeah, I'm trans, bitch. Like, no, that's not happening. So stop making up these lies.
It is all or nothing. If transgenderism is true, if men really can become women, then it's true for everybody of all ages. If transgenderism is false, as it is, if men really can't become women, as they cannot, then it's false for everybody too.
So this whole crap about like, oh, men can become women, you know, women can become men. It's like, what he's trying to say is he thinks that like trans people are living in this like delusion of they're automatically like biological, the other sex. And it's like, I'm fully aware that I was assigned male at birth, or I'm like biologically male, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am aware of that. Like, that's not a thing that I'm like, what? Like, no, I'm biologically non-binary. Like, no, I know that. Everybody knows that I will never be a cis woman. I know that I'll never be a cis woman. It's like they try to make up these lies that that's what trans people think, when we actually don't think like that, you know? Hey, I would have loved to be born a cis woman. Like, honestly, I would have loved that. Like, that would have been a dream come true. But, you know, it didn't happen. And I'm aware of that. I know. Stop making up these lies, bro. Straight up.
And if it's false, then we should not indulge it. Especially since that indulgence requires taking away the rights and customs of so many people. If it is false, then for the good of society, and especially for the good of the poor people who have fallen prey to this confusion, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. The whole preposterous ideology at every level.
What the? Like, who even says that? Like, that's fucked up. Like, that is fucked up to say. It is insane that, like, someone would say that. You want to eradicate transgender people? It's like, what the fuck did we do to you? What did trans people do to you? Like, we have done nothing to you. It's like, I don't know, people just, like, make up this huge, like, argument that, like, trans people are ruining the society, and we're really doing nothing. All we're doing is living and chilling. Like, all we're doing is chilling, and, you know, it's just like frustrating when like people try to like put in these like put these like delusions about trans people in other conservatives or other people's heads, because it's really not true. You know, as a trans person myself, like, I'm just trying to live and chill. Like, you know, I get it. Some people might not want to use my pronouns. Some people are going to try and tell me that I'm biologically male. In the end, I could really care less about that shit. Like, honestly, I could really care less. I'm just trying to live my life. But if you're going to say that you want to eradicate all trans people, like, that's fucked up, bro. Like, that is fucked up. What you're saying is you want to like almost like kill all trans people. It's like, yeah, no, or like lock them all up, you know? Like, and it's insane to me. It's insane to me that people actually have these views about trans people. You know, I can understand the whole concept of like, oh yeah, you know, I don't think we should be teaching kids about transgenderism because I don't think kids should be transitioning. But it's like, if you are an adult, you should be able to do whatever you want. It's a free world. Well, obviously, you know, some countries obviously not, like, really sad to say, but you know, especially in the United States, like, it's a free country. If you're an adult, you should be able to do whatever you want. Like, you know, what's the difference between someone getting a gender reassignment surgery compared to a cis woman getting a breast augmentation? It's the same kind of concept. You could look at it from a cosmetic way of view. You don't even have to look at it from a mental health way of view. You could look at it just from a cosmetic way of view. It's like, if you want to do that to your body, you should be able to do that to your body if you are an adult. So that's why I don't understand this whole concept of people thinking that, like, you know, we need to eradicate transgenderism, not let people do this stuff. It's like, if you're an adult, you should be able to do whatever you want, no matter what anyone tells you. You know, if you're not physically hurting, or like, if you're not hurting anyone else, like, what's the big issue? And that's what I really just don't understand about these conservatives that are so obsessed with almost erasing transgenders. If you're an adult, you should be able to do whatever you want. Oh, well, what if you regret it? It's like, I'm an adult, you know? I like people regret cosmetic surgeries all the time. Like, what's the difference between that and that? I'm not saying that, you know, trans surgeries are cosmetic, like, they're not, but you know, some people think that way. That's still a logical, you know, I guess that's still a logical point to use, right? If you're trying to fight like a conservative, basically. In the end, guys, you know, people are always going to say this stuff. They're always going to say this stuff. And the best thing to do is just, you know, ignore it, because in the end, there are so many people in this world that have trans people's backs. They want to see trans people happy because they know that after people transition, they are so much happier, and people can see that on their eyes. These kind of people like to think that, you know, someone like me is like depressed now because like I transitioned. Like I suck. Like, they just think I suck, you know? And it's really not true. Like, if you ask anyone, for example, with myself, they will tell you that I am way more energetic, way more happier, that kind of stuff, since I transitioned, you know, and that goes for a lot of trans people. Obviously, you know, there are detransitioners, people that, you know, maybe had other things going on in their lives and they thought that transitioning would fix that, you know, and in the end, if they're an adult, that was their decision to do it. So it's like, and you know, detransitioners, that's an important topic to have as well, because it's okay to make mistakes, basically, you know? It's okay. I don't know, man, fuck this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, like, this guy sucks. You know, he was born in the 90s too? Like, I was like, bro, you're only like 6 years older than me. Like, what the heck? In the end, Sam Downey's got all your homies' backs. I got my trans homies' backs, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to join my Discord server, make sure to do that. If you want to meet some more like-minded people, you know, we don't have any transphobes there, so, you know, we ain't trying to eradicate trans people, so hopefully, yeah, you know, you join that. Also, if you want to support my channel even more, make sure to follow me on Patreon, and yeah, really besides that, I think that's about it for this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, at SamDowney44, TikTok at SamDowney44, and also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. That's youtube.com/SamDowney. And yeah, really besides that, I guess that's it for this video. Peace.